It's an emotional case that you've probably seen on Netflix. Take Care of Maya is a popular documentary that's captivated people around the world. The Kowalski family filed a $200 million lawsuit against Johns Hopkins All Children's Hospital for allegedly pushing the mother of then 9-year-old Maya Kowalski to commit. Here's what happened. Maya was admitted into the hospital in July 2015 for severe pain and significant weakness. Maya was later diagnosed with a neuropathic disease. To treat the disease, doctors began to administer ketamine treatments, which reportedly caused her symptoms to improve. But a year later, Maya began experiencing more pain. Maya's mother, Beata Kowalski, allegedly insisted the hospital give Maya more ketamine, and her persistence alarmed hospital staff, so they reported it to the Child Abuse Hotline. During opening statements of the civil trial, the hospital's attorney noted several staff believe Beata Kowalski suffered from Munchausen by proxy. For those of you who don't know, Munchausen by proxy is basically when a caregiver makes up fake symptoms to make whoever they're taking care of look sick, but they're not. A judge later ordered Maya to be sheltered at the hospital while her case was sorted out, and Maya was unable to see her family or go to another facility for treatment. More than 80 days of not being able to see her daughter, Beata Kowalski took her own life and left a note saying she could no longer take the pain. Now it's up to jurors to decide if what happened to the Kowalski family could have been prevented and if the hospital's actions led to Maya's mother's. We'll keep you updated on the latest from the trial right here at Law and Crime.
So Maya Kowalski, she developed like a neuro disease that it caused her pain. I think still to this day, they're even not really sure about what it is, but it's something that really causes her pain. Her parents admitted her to Johns Hopkins Hospital. Mind you, like we're gonna like go back a little. When she first started to feel these pains, they admitted her to a few hospitals and they couldn't figure out what it was. So her parents wind up taking her to a doctor that was in, I believe, in Mexico. And they wind up finding like a cure, not a cure, but like a something that would help her pain. And it was ketamine. So they were giving her doses of ketamine and it was actually helping her. I forget why, but the documentary is on Netflix. It's called Take Care of Maya. The ketamine was helping her. One day it got worse. So they weren't in Mexico. They weren't scheduled to go back, so they had needed something for right now. So they admitted her to Johns Hopkins Hospital, which was close by. And while they were in the hospital, the mom, Maya's mom, her name is Beata Kowalski. She told the nurses and the doctors, like, this is what she's been getting. She's been getting ketamine. And, she explained to them her whole medical breakdown. They took that as Maya being medically neglected, tried to say that her mom had Munchausen disease by proxy, and they reported it to like the child abuse hotline, and they wound up getting Maya taken out of her parents' custody legally. So physically, she was in the hospital because she was sick, but her parents could not visit her. Like she was under the care of the state. This went on, I believe, for about like 80 days. And then her mom wind up committing. The mom wind up unaliving herself because it was too much on her, making her out to be falsely something that she wasn't, when she was just trying to fight for her daughter. Come to find out, like when you watch the Netflix series, the Netflix documentary, you will see at the end, Johns Hopkins Hospital actually has a lawsuit on them that they've done this to like hundreds of families.
Cut their kids away from them?
Mm-hmm. They would report the parents as medical child neglect, and they would get the parents taken out of their custody while the children were in the hospital. They actually have a few cases. If you look it up, they're being sued. I don't know if they're being sued right now in 2024, but I know for this case specifically, I think they just settled maybe like a year or two ago.
There's just so much to break down here. So Johns Hopkins, is that the hospital we would see on the commercials?
Yes, the Johns Hopkins Children's Hospital.
Did they explain why the hospital had this agenda to
no, really, when it got to like the end of the documentary was about Maya's family, about Maya. But then towards the end of the documentary, they put in some other families who went through the same thing. Don't know why.
I'm thinking, like, is it like more money or like more of a look for them to?
I have no idea. Mind you, I honestly just saw a Facebook post the other day about a woman. I don't think she's going through it with Johns Hopkins, but it's a specific hospital. I think she's in North Carolina or South Carolina. That hospital also has a history of reporting parents for medical child neglect and getting this children taken out of the family's care. Only this woman is going through it like way worse. Like
Is
That's
the
a whole
little
other thing.
is the little girl okay now? Like, was she
Yeah, well, when it got to the end of documentary, she still has, I forget what it's called, but she
the
still has the
brain
neural
thing?
disease. Yeah, it was like something that came out of nowhere. They don't exactly know what it is. And basically, as a parent, they went all over to find out how to, cure this or maintain it or,
Is
figure
the
out what it is.
dad still in her life?
Yes.
And where
So
the hell was he during all of
he
this?
was the same, he was going through it just as much as the mom. Like, so Maya has mom, dad, and a little brother, I believe. I think she's the oldest. So I think the her brother is younger than her. The dad was just as much involved, So after their mom unalived herself, it's just him and the two kids. And they went on to sue the hospital. Come to find out, the neural disease that Maya has is real. They interviewed the doctor that they went to in Mexico. The doctor, spoke on it, and the doctor went down the case plan of what they did to help Maya and everything. And like everything was real. She did not have Munchausen by proxy. Was
Yeah.
actually trying to just help her daughter.
Any good psychiatrist couldn't detect whether or
Yeah.
not a parent had Munchausen's, right? Probably I'm watching too much TV because I feel like a quick little therapy session or a little
Yeah,
evaluation
you can see like
immediately cleared
when
it up.
you can
Okay.
see the discrepancies and things like that when it comes to that. And it wasn't that. She
Because,
was even offering them like, here is the doctor's information that we went to.
and that's
Like,
not second thing. Y'all are so quick to accuse the mom. Why are y'all not corroborating the information that y'all are being given?
yeah.
Any typical hospital would have to do. Call the doctor that y'all went to through so and so. Discuss things with them.
People in the medical field see something that they have not learned in the textbooks. They think it's not real. The human body, like humans, period, things could come out of nowhere and we don't know what the hell it is. So they did so many tests on her, and the mom, mind you, the mom is an RN. She was a registered nurse for years. She was telling them like, "Oh, you're doing this test, but you're not going to find anything because we did it already." It's like they didn't really look back at the past records. They were just doing their own thing and made it to seem like she was crazy. Even at one point, after the little girl was like legally taken out of her parents' care, they even had a therapist come to the hospital. This is according to the documentary. They had a therapist come to the hospital to speak to Maya because they started to say that Maya was lying about her pain, that she's not in pain, that, it's nothing wrong with her.
This is really sad. Isn't that like kidnapping in a way? They're just doing it
Basically, like
legally.
they literally banned her family, not even just the mom, her dad, and her brother from seeing Maya. So this affected not only Maya's family, but Maya herself because she wanted to see her mom. She wanted to see her dad, her brother. Like, this is what I'm saying, like, from me watching the documentary. They even limited, like, the amount of phone calls that she can have with Maya. Maya could barely speak to her parents, could barely speak to anybody.
Wow. Because they're trying to shape the narrative to make it seem like the mom really had Munchausen's.
Yeah.
They want Maya to say she's not
That she's fine. Yeah.
Now,
when Maya really is in pain, even till this day. It would be pain to the point where she couldn't move, where she couldn't walk.
Like, it was like her whole body.
Yeah, she couldn't. Sometimes it would be headaches too, where she would get like they knew when it was getting bad. When she was getting headaches, like they knew like, okay, it's about to come. It was sometimes where her feet, like how your feet could lay straight. Sometimes her feet will go in like that and she can't move them. Even her arms too. Sometimes her arms will get stiff and it's other things too. How can you tell her she has Munchausen and she literally has proof? She would take videos and pictures of Maya.
Oh, the hospital's guilty. They're guilty and they need an
They are, and they also have other cases because Maya isn't the only one.
Because now I'm thinking y'all are doing something to the kids themselves. Like, to me, it's just like, what are y'all doing to their children? Because now I'm thinking it's kidnapping going on, possible assault. Because like, what are y'all doing to their kids?
What is the purpose? Yeah, like what is the reason?
John Hopkins, like we get commercials for y'all like all the time.
Yes,
and John I'm also wondering if that's pre-calculated. Shit, y'all want us to bring our kids so y'all can take them away.
And that's probably why they took her to John Hopkins because like everyone knows John Hopkins Children's Hospital. We know it. So that's why they probably took her there because they felt like, okay, even though we took her to other hospitals and they didn't know what it was, this is a good hospital. Like, and these kids actually have things wrong with them. And the fact that y'all don't know what it is, you're going to call CPS.
And while y'all are playing all of these stupid and creepy ass games, these kids are still suffering.
Yeah.
And they need an investigation if they didn't have one already.
Yes. If they don't have one already, they probably do by this point because of how the series, well, not the series, it's just a documentary, but how it took off. But
John Hopkins, get it together. So like, get it together. That's
because the mom, she made a note
to the point where she felt like she had to unalive
she felt
herself.
hopeless.
I would charge the hospital too, low key.
Right. That's why they sued,
Facilitated.
because of, the situation itself, obviously, but because what happened to her mom. I think she literally did it. It was something that was sad. She did it like so Maya could be with her family or something like that. Like she felt like it is what she had to do for them to see that, like the truth. She did it in her home. I think it was in her garage. And the dad and the son had came home and found her like that. Maya was in the hospital. So she didn't even really speak to her mom that much because they limited the calls. So like she spoke to her maybe weeks before, and then she got the news that.
Wow. It's given like some Frankenstein laboratory.
All right, taking these kids,
Like what the f- are y'all doing? Like, I'm not here for it.